And
there we go. Yeah. That's better. Much better.
oh man.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, that's going in the blooper reel.
Yeah, man.
Welcome back to another episode of Convos with Your Mom's Favorites with host Mo and Greg. I am Mo.
I am Greg.
And we are back. We are back with another episode for who?
The people.
The people. Uncle G, how are you?
I'm good, man. How are you, nephew?
I am sad.
Why?
I am very sad.
What's going on, man?
For two reasons, right? Mm-hmm. Two reasons why I'm sad. One, Best Buy has discontinued the sale of all physical media.
Really?
Yes.
I kind of figured they were moving towards that for a minute, but go ahead.
And that's super sad.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, again, as stated in a earlier pod, I am a part of the problem because I can't tell you the last time I bought a Blu-ray or a DVD or a CD or any physical media that would have helped this situation.
Yeah. Yeah. Likewise.
I can't remember the last time. But the fact that I can no longer go in Best Buy
and buy that. Yeah.
And buy that.
Yeah.
That's kind of sad.
Yeah.
That's super sad.
My first collection of DVDs and Blu-rays, that's where I would always go.
Yeah.
They always had the sales. So I would go there and like load up. You know, I would just go there and just like shop for hours, just load up.
Yeah, I hear you. I wasn't at Best Buy. I was at Target, but that was because I worked there and I got 15% off everything I purchased. Yeah. And because, again, as I stated, I worked. I was the one who put out the new releases, so I always had the best stuff first because I'd open a box and then the box would say 6 out of 6, but 5 copies would get put on the shelf because the sixth one
was mine.
But also, I'm sure they had one heck of a sale.
Oh my God, I'm sure they did. I know they did,
and I am kicking myself.
For missing
that sale.
Yeah. Because I guarantee you there was something I would have bought just to have. Yeah.
Like they probably had like big for me, right? What I would have gone for is the complete series.
Yes.
DVDs and Blu-rays.
Yep. That's what I would have bought.
Because I'm sure those would have been dirt cheap and I'd have just racked up.
Yeah.
Because there are a couple of series where I feel like I should own them.
Yeah.
I should own them.
Yeah, there are, most of my stuff now is, I've already transferred, most of it is digital.
Yeah.
So I use Vudu.
Right.
And at the last look.
You're part of the problem.
Yeah, I'm definitely part of the problem.
You're the problem.
At last look, I own, digitally, I own about 500 movies.
Right.
Yeah, I own about 500 digital movies, and a lot of them are movies. But there are like some series I buy series based upon series that I think I should own.
Yes,
or series is like that I always will go back and watch, and I know I will. So I said, I should own these. So there are certain series that I have bought, and I usually when I buy anything about television, I'm usually buying the complete series.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I know Best Buy had some good ones.
Yeah, they had some good ones, and I'm just kicking myself that I missed them.
Yeah.
So, I just want to say rest in peace to the physical media.
Yeah, to the physical media.
Streaming has come in and just
wiped you out.
But yeah, that's just a little bit of why, I'm sad. I woke up today and I saw something that just like, it pissed me off. Mm-hmm. And then, it didn't piss me off, right? But then it shocked me at first.
Okay.
But then, when I went and looked and delved deeper into it, I got angry. Because last night, as you know, was the People's Choice Awards.
Yes.
You said you watched some of it.
I watched a good portion of it.
I watched none of it.
You didn't miss anything.
And when I woke up, I saw that Rachel Zegler.
I did see that.
Won for action movie star of the year.
I did see, yeah, that one I did see, and I was like, I think I turned at that point. I think that's the point I turned. I was like, oh, heck no.
For The Hunger Games.
Yes. Yeah, I did see that. I
saw that.
Point.
I said, games.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, okay, maybe the other movies and the other actors nominated in this category weren't that good. So then I went
and looked at
and pulled up the list of who was nominated in this category.
Yeah.
And she beat out Brie Larson in The Marvels, Pratt, and Guardians of the Galaxy 3. She beat out Gal Gadot in Heart of Stone. She beat out Jason Momoa.
Yeah. Yep.
Here's the thing. This next one, right after Jason Momoa, blew my mind. She beat John Wick.
Yeah.
Stop right there. You beat John Wick?
What was you doing? I have not seen that movie yet, but I'm like, well, what in the heck was you doing in that
What
movie?
were you doing that you deserved the award over John Wick?
Did you fall off a building and get up and walk away?
And walk it off?
Did you fall off a building?
Did you get shot and then look at it like it was a cut on your arm?
Yeah, exactly. Several times.
Several times?
Yeah. And just like shake it off.
Did you get hit by multiple cars?
Yeah, exactly.
And act like you got hit with the cricket or something?
Like you got hit by a bicycle.
Right.
And kept running.
I said,
wait. Did you fight your way up did you fight your way up? Not down.
Not down.
Up.
Up.
A long flight of stairs.
Mind you, twice. Because
he
fell down those stairs twice.
And had to go back.
It was
fighting.
It was like he fell down the stairs and all his enemies respawned on the stairs, and he had to fight them all going back up the stairs. And then once he got to the top, had to continue fighting. Did she do that?
If she did, that must have been a hell of a movie, man. And I missed it because I didn't see it in the theaters.
Then I saw she beat Ethan Hunt. Ethan Hunt.
Come on.
Also, no, she beat Tom frickin' Cruise.
Yeah.
For Mission Impossible. The mission was impossible. Nah. I'm sorry. Did you jump off a cliff with a motorcycle and parachute onto a moving train?
Oh, goodness. And he did all those stunts himself.
That alone should have got Tom Cruise the award.
Like I said, it was at that point that I turned. I was like, what? I had to even, I was like, what? Let me watch. I'm watching something else.
I'm like, that thing just, my blood was boiling this morning when I read that.
But you see, here's the thing. This is what happens when the fans pick who they want. And to some degree, I kind of get it. This is because it's a fan-based award show.
Yeah, I get it.
And to some degree, but it doesn't make it fair. It definitely doesn't make it fair because you're sitting there
this is just as bad as if you let the Academy do it. This is just as bad as if you let a group of people. What are we doing here? It's bad either way.
It is.
You're going to get screwed either way. If the people choose, or if you have a committee that's going to choose, it's not going to be good for you.
It's not.
If you're not the favorite.
And put it like this, and the award categories, because again, it's like, why was she in that category? Because like I said, unless she was doing some crazy, incredible stuff that I'm not aware of in the movie, I can't see where she was even in that same level. So I would have never put her in a level of an action star.
Never.
I would have no. I wouldn't put her. I think action. I don't think Rachel Zegler.
No,
I don't. I'm not thinking her.
I'm not. So
even when she was in Shazam. Even when she was in I was like,
I mean, she wasn't tough in Shazam.
No. She did a lot of running. That's about
a lot of running.
That's it.
Because how you do all of that with your powers and still lose?
Yeah.
She did a lot with them powers and lost.
Yeah.
And still lost.
Yeah. It was like fan base show.
It's a fan base show.
I'm done. I said I will not be watching this again. It was the only interesting part for me. The whole thing was to watch Lenny Kravitz. He won the Icon the Icon Music Icon Award.
Okay,
and he performed. He performed live and did like a medley of his hits. That was fun to watch, which is interesting to me. I was looking at Lenny Kravitz. I'm thinking, why don't you age?
Good black don't crack.
Yeah, I guess. That's it. That's what it is.
Yeah, good black don't crack.
It is. It's like, dude, you should, because he was married to Lisa Bonet.
Yes.
If you got a picture of
just what a beautiful couple.
Yeah, they were. Back when they were first. Yeah,
what a beauty. And because of them, we got Zoe Kravitz, and it's just.
Totally awesome.
It's not fair. Like, why are you guys so beautiful? Like, as a family, why are you all so beautiful?
But she has not aged well.
No, because again, good black.
Yeah. Oh,
good black.
Good black. I forgot.
Don't crack.
And there was a thing that they did, with Zoe. I don't know if you had seen the picture, and maybe you might Google it one day. Lisa, back when Lisa was probably about Zoe's age, she did the cover of Rolling Stone.
Oh, I saw.
You saw the picture?
Oh, I saw.
And then Zoe duplicated.
Yeah, man.
And I was like, oh my God.
I was like, you fine just like your mama. You fine just like your mama. Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, oh my God. Wow, she looks just like your mama.
Just like your mother. And she could just like her mother. Like,
yeah.
Because both of them did some really good acting, like have had some high quality. I mean, because we still in Black History Month, so black people just don't make bad anything.
Movies,
TV shows, nothing. We don't make bad anything. It's funny, right? Because I saw a post on Twitter last night, and it was like, get rid of one show.
I've seen those. Yeah, but go ahead.
It was like, get rid of one show, and then you've got to. It was like, get rid of the other three, and like just put one show up to be recommended, and it was Power, Breaking Bad, Game of Thrones, and what was the fourth one? There was another show. It was like a fourth show. Let me pull it up right now, really quick. But because I, like, in my tweeting, right, I was like, because we are still
in Black History Month, yes.
Vikings.
Okay.
Vikings.
Okay.
It was Power, Game of Thrones, Breaking Bad, and Vikings. We still in Black History Month. So we going to watch Power. The rest can go.
Yeah.
Next month, I might have a different opinion because Power is a phenomenal show. Don't get me wrong. It is still like it competes with the rest of the shows that I listed.
Okay.
But when it comes to just like my personal favorites, I have a different opinion.
Okay.
But it's Black History Month, so
that's right.
It's everything black all month. So the rest of those shows can go.
Always bet on black.
Always bet on black. So the rest of those shows could go. Watch Power. Raising Kanan just ended. I don't know what I'm gonna watch on Friday mornings when I get off work now. For a while, I don't know what I'm gonna watch because Power's gone, and that was what I did because Power comes out on Fridays. I would get home from work at like 1 a.m. and sit down and watch Power. Phenomenal show. Phenomenal show. Good. Like kudos to 50 Cent and everyone.
I still have
all
not,
involved.
I still have not watched it, but it is on. What station is Power on? Stars, but it is also shown on. Is it Hulu?
Yes,
Hulu. I keep saying I'm going to sit down one day and watch it. Just, matter of fact, maybe I'll start that this week because I'm kind of like between looking for something new.
Yeah.
So that probably will be it.
Yeah. But back to the People's Choice Awards really quickly, right? Because in finding out that Rachel Zegler won that, I was curious to know how the rest of the night went.
It was not good.
So what I will say is, shout out to Oppenheimer.
Yeah.
For continuing to just blow through award shows.
Yes.
Like it is steamrolling the award shows.
Yeah.
Also, just want to give a quick shout out to American Fiction, who won a People's Choice Award for Best Adapted Screenplay last night. Because again, that movie was incredible.
I got that on deck to watch. I have not watched it yet. Maybe I'll watch that tonight. Yeah.
But yeah, so the rest of it, I was just like, once I saw like music people, I was like, oh, okay, I don't have to read any more of this because like it doesn't affect us over here.
Yeah, that's not what we're doing.
It's not what we do, so I don't have to read about that. But shout out to all those. Barbie won some stuff, which didn't surprise me because clearly the people, like the public, movie grossed over $1 billion.
Now, Billie Eilish won a People's Choice Award last night.
Did she for the song?
No.
Oh.
No, she did not win for the song. She won for I think it was Best Actress or something. Did you watch that show on Prime? Swarm?
I started it.
Okay.
The show got really weird.
Yeah, it's a weird show.
And I didn't finish it.
It's a weird show.
It got really weird.
Weird. But Billie Eilish appears in that.
Oh.
As not as a singer, as an actress.
Okay.
As one of the characters. I forgot she was in it.
I didn't know because, again, I didn't get that far.
I forgot. I literally forgot. And when they said that, when I heard her name, I thought she was being nominated again for the song. But then they were like, I was like, no, this is the actress category. I was like, what did Billie Eilish act in? And then when they said it and they showed a scene, I was like, oh, I remember it now. But I didn't even remember her being in the movie.
Yeah, the awards that were given out at the People's Choice kind of felt like you let some fans even name them.
Yeah. Yeah, you would pick who would go in the category.
Like it was like you let the fans name the awards, like the actual awards. You let the fans pick the people who got nominated, and so that the other fans could then pick who won. And I was just like, what? Because I did have the list, but we don't have to go through it. Because also that took place last night where the BAFTAs were yesterday as well.
Oh, see, was that televised?
I believe so.
I would have watched.
I don't know what channel it was on, but I do believe.
Excuse me. I probably would have rather watched that than.
Had I known that those were actually like, because I saw, I was like BAFTA. Like when I woke up this morning, I was like, wait, the BAFTAs was yesterday too. I would have actually sucked it up and watched the BAFTAs.
Yeah. Who dominated?
I mean, who else?
Yeah, I was gonna say it would have to either be Oppenheimer or Barbie.
Who else? Wait, which one is it? The People's Choice. Is this the one? Nope, not that one. The BAFTAs. There we go. So yeah, we can just really quickly go through it. The best film, Oppenheimer. Outstanding British film, The Zone of Interest.
Okay.
Best director, Christopher Nolan for Oppenheimer. Best original screenplay, Anatomy of a Fall. Best adapted. Oh, I'm sorry, that wasn't a People's Choice Award. It was a BAFTA. Best adapted screenplay was American Fiction. Yes. Leading actress Emma Stone won for Poor Things, which is I still have to watch.
Yeah.
Leading actor Margot. Oh, she was nominated for that. I was about to be like, Margot wasn't nominated for that either, but she was. Leading actor Cillian Murphy for Oppenheimer. Supporting actress Divine Joy Randolph for The Holdovers.
Wow.
Yeah. Best supporting actor RDJ for Oppenheimer. The Rising Star Award was Mia McKenna Bruce. Outstanding debut by a British writer, director, or producer. Earth Mama.
Oh, okay. I've heard of it, but I didn't see that, but I did hear about it.
Yeah. Film not in the English language was The Zone of Interest. Documentary was 20 Days in Mariupol. Animated film was The Boy and the Heron. Chicken Run was nominated for a BAFTA.
Yeah, actually, I think didn't it get nominated for Oscar also? I think
did they?
I think
Chicken Run, the sequel, got nominated for a BAFTA.
Yeah,
I mean for an Academy Award.
I believe it's up for Academy.
No.
I mean, of course, along with the boy with the heron,
yeah,
and Spider-Man.
But Uncle Greg,
yeah,
The Boy and the Heron, Spider-Man, Chicken Run,
Chicken
Run.
The sequel.
Never in a million years would you put Chicken Run.
I'm surprised it even got all of the press that it got, because how long has it been since the first one?
A long time.
It's been a long time.
Yeah, like I was young when Chicken Run came out.
Yeah. And now I thought when they first released it, I'm thinking, I said, oh, so what are they re-releasing this to the theaters? And then I was like, no, it's a sequel.
It's a sequel.
Sequel. Oh God, I hated that.
I might have to go watch this movie now.
I hated that movie. You know what? It creeped me out because the chickens had teeth.
Yeah, that was a little weird. I like the movie though.
I was like, why do the chickens have teeth? And I could not just wrap my head around it. And I just kept staring. I kept saying, chicken. In my head, I kept saying, the chicken.
That was a creative choice someone made.
And not just teeth, but teeth like humans.
Yes. Yes, they did. Best original score was Oppenheimer. Casting was for The Holdovers. Cinematography was for Oppenheimer. Editing was for Oppenheimer. Production design was for Poor Things. Costume design was for Poor Things. And makeup and hair was for Poor Things. The Zone of Interest went for sound. Special visual effects went to Poor Things. British short animation was Crab Day. British short film was Jellyfish and Lobster. Yeah, I've never heard of any of those. Yeah, and I think that's about it.
But Oppenheimer was the dominating factor.
Yes.
Which will, and again, we're saying this now. It'll be the dominating factor at the SAG Awards, and it'll be the dominating film for, of course, the Oscars.
For the Oscars.
You know, it'll be the dominating film. That was the film. But somebody said something interesting. They said something interesting the other night. They said, but without Barbie, I said Oppenheimer probably wouldn't have gotten all of the press.
No, it sure wouldn't.
Yeah,
But it wouldn't have gotten all of the press and publicity it got.
Mm-hmm.
I still believe it would still be
really.
Yeah, because the movie's still the movie.
The movie was,
and if you look at all the other movies in the category that we didn't hear about until they got nominated for Academy Awards.
Mm-hmm.
I still think, though it may not have gotten the big press release and the buzz that it got, I still think it would still be here sweeping award season.
Really? Okay.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Because I don't think, me personally, this is me giving them a lot of credit. I don't think that those making decisions at the BAFTAs and the SAG Awards and the Academy Awards are looking at press when determining the quality of a film.
No.
So I still think that Oppenheimer, though it would not have gotten the press helped when it came to getting butts in the seats for the theaters.
Yes, definitely.
But I don't think that the press so much would have affected how well it's doing in this award season.
Yeah,
it just would have been.
I got you.
It's like it's more of a, because of the press that it's getting, we are not shocked that it's winning.
No,
because usually the movies that are sweeping the award seasons, we're like, what the heck is this film? When did it come out? Where did it come from? like this is usually.
I never heard of that movie.
Yeah, it's like I've never heard of that movie before in my life. But now, because of it's a well-known movie, I think that now the only difference is the shock that it's sweeping award season isn't as I guess shocking that it's sweeping award season because it is a well-known movie because of its attachment to Barbie.
Yes. And Barbie really helped. Because again, if it had to be that way, then then Oppenheimer would be $1 billion movie too.
Yeah.
And it's not.
It's not.
It's not. Barbie made a billion.
Barbie made the billion.
Made the billion. But wow. Barbie made the billion, but Oppenheimer is sweeping the awards. Mm-hmm. It's sweeping across the board.
Like just sweeping. Just everything.
Sweeping.
It's just like got a big broom and it's just like, thank you. Thank you. Okay. We got everything we need here. Cool. Next award show. Thank you. Got everything we need here?
Yep.
Awesome. Thanks. Thank you.
Like, back up the truck.
Yeah, we need it. So the SAG Awards are next week.
Yeah.
This week.
Okay.
This week.
That's right. This week.
The SAG Awards are this.
Yeah.
The SAG Awards are this week.
And it's interesting because the SAG Awards would you consider them they're going to be the first award show that's being
streamed on Netflix? Yes.
This is being streamed by Netflix.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's going to be an interesting thing to watch. It's like watching, but it's interesting because you'll be watching it without commercial interruption.
Yeah.
Wow, that's gonna be interesting.
There's a lot that could happen.
Yeah,
and it's on. It's not on like cable, so I doubt it'll be.
It'll be uncensored.
It'll be uncensored.
Who's the host?
I have no idea.
Oh man,
let's find out. Who's hosting the SAG Awards?
I hope they got a good host.
SAG Awards 2024 host.
I hope they pick somebody dangerous. Who's gonna get up there? See, that's when Ricky Gervais should have been hosting.
Yes.
Somebody dangerous, somebody edgy, somebody who might get up there and just say crazy stuff. And there's no 10-second edit on it, It's like, so once it's out there, it's like, blah, it's out there.
Why are you not telling me who's hosting? It's usually right at the top.
Yeah. They're keeping it
like all. I put the SAG Awards host, and you start telling me about the BAFTAs.
Maybe they're trying to keep it under wraps.
Yeah. I hope
but they need somebody, since this is the first time it's on cable, not cable, but it's being streamed, and it's streamed on Netflix, and so there's a lot more. It's a lot more relaxed. So it's really anything could happen. So that in and of itself,
anything is possible.
Yeah,
anything is possible.
Yeah. So that's gonna make it interesting. So the host has got to be somebody who knows how to work that.
Oh man. I gotta go re-download some pictures so I could post about it, because I deleted a lot of the TV shows because I thought that was like the TV portion of the awards. I thought that was finished, but they give out TV awards at the SAGs.
Yeah,
so
at the SAGs too. Yeah,
I gotta go find some stuff.
So we got but again, it'll be an Oppenheimer night, but it should be interesting. It'll
probably be more of the same. It'll probably be Oppenheimer taking home some stuff. Yeah. I saw the Bears nominated, so they're gonna go home with stuff. Succession is nominated, so they're going home with stuff.
Yeah,
like we've seen this award show. We know what's going to happen.
We already know.
Only, like I said, the only difference now is because it's on Netflix, somebody might actually get put through a table this time. Like there's
it's like if this is on Netflix, it's like anything could happen.
Yeah, anything could happen. I'm intrigued now just for that. It sucks though. I'll be at work. Crap. I hope.
It's like really weird because again, it's being streamed on Netflix and it's being streamed live.
Yeah.
This will be Netflix has never. Well, no, did they?
No, Chris Rock. The Chris Rock special was live first.
Was live. Yeah, the first time they streamed it, it was live. Yeah, this will be the second live performance that they're streaming. So this is going to be.
It's good practice now. Finding ways to do it since they got the WWE deal, and now Monday Night Raw is going to be streamed.
Yeah, that's right.
On Netflix as well.
Also, yeah.
So that's going to be interesting to watch with no commercials.
It's going to be Netflix.
If you have the no ad option, because there is an ad version of Netflix.
On Netflix.
Yes,
really,
it is cheaper. But there is an ad version of Netflix. And I'm like, bro, at the end of the day, we are all going to just move back to cable because that's what these streaming services are doing now anyway. Because Amazon Prime Video is like, oh, you want no ads? You going to give us an extra $3 a month. And I'm crazy? Like, no, I will not. No, I will not give you an extra $3 a month.
Not doing it.
I
was like,
yeah.
I was watching something where I was like, and it said, and then I remembered reading somewhere about the commercial that they were adding ads. I was like, oh no. Yeah. Luckily, the good thing about it is that it's not a lot of ads, at least not now, not yet.
Yeah,
not yet. I guess they're trying to kind of feel their way and see if people will go for it. But certain ads, they give you the option of skipping ad. But
that's the beautiful thing about YouTube. It's like certain ads, it's like, you gotta just suck it up and watch this.
Watch it.
But then certain ads, you just gotta wait 5 seconds and then you can skip it. And I'm like, as soon skip. Or you could be petty like me, which is no, they don't have that option with Amazon Prime Video. But sometimes what I do with YouTube, you think I'm gonna sit there and watch your ad? No, I'm not. I'm gonna close the video and open it again, and I'm gonna close the video and open it again, and eventually I'm going to get the video without the ad at the beginning.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, you just got to have will and determination.
Oh, see, I didn't know that.
It might take as long as if I had just watched the ad, but you will not shove your product placement down my throat.
It's the principle of the thing.
It's like Rudy with the duck in that episode of The Cosby Show.
Yeah.
I will always remember Rudy and that duck because everybody was like, yo, Rudy was wrong. No, she was not. She did not want to play with the duck. But it was her duck. And Olivia took the duck without asking. The lesson here should have been don't take things without asking that don't belong to you.
Yeah.
So I don't know what that has to do with ads, but
see, it got you so wound up. You just making random references.
Yeah, I don't know what that has to do about with ads,
but it's got something to do with it.
It's something to do with it.
Yeah. You think about it.
Yeah, take that, big corporations. I will not watch your ads.
You will not make me.
You can't make me.
I was like, oh man. And then I thought about with Amazon doing this. I was like, oh, is this going to be a trend now?
Oh, it is a trend because Max does it. There's an ad version of Max for a cheaper price.
Is it really?
Yes, there's an ad version of Netflix for a cheaper price. If you don't pay for ad-free Hulu, then...
Oh, yeah, definitely. I knew it with Hulu that they had ads.
Oh, yeah, because let me tell you, I got Hulu, right? Because I saw it was one Black Friday. Hulu was like, you can get Hulu for $1 a month for the next year.
Really?
It was like you get Hulu for $1 a month for the next year. I said, I got a single every month for the next year.
I can do that.
Yeah. But then I started watching, because that's when I started watching Brooklyn Nine-Nine. So then I'm like, bro, it's a 20-minute episode. why are there so many commercials in a 20-minute episode?
Okay.
I said, you know what? How much is the ad-free version? It was like $7. I said, I'll pay the $7. This is a great deal, $1 a month for a year, but not
for that.
Not worth it with the amount of ads that you were pushing in this 20-minute episode.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No. Not at all. So I'll just I've been paying for every time there's an ad-free option. It's Peacock is not there's an ad option for Peacock.
Yes.
And generally I get Peacock for free because I work at NBC.
Oh.
But it's the ad version of Peacock that I get for free. That is free.
Okay.
So I pay now a reduced price because I want ad free.
Yeah.
Peacock. So you get that.
Now, do you get the reduced price because you still work?
Yes.
You work? Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So I don't pay the full ad free price.
Okay.
But
that's all right.
Yeah.
That's just not to be aggravated with ads.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, it is.
It's ridiculous, bro.
I tried to watch recently, and we talked about this again. I tried to watch recently because I turned around. I was on USA Network, and they were showing Avengers: Age of Ultron.
Yeah,
that's one of my favorite ones. And I tried to watch it with the ads, and I was like, "Oh, this is just making this thing too long."
Yeah, because the movie is already long.
I was like, "This is making this movie too long." I was like, never mind, forget it.
Yeah.
If I want to watch it, I got other options. I could go on other places and watch it.
I saw Endgame was on TNT.
Endgame.
Which is already an over 3-hour film.
Yeah.
It's already 3 hours.
Without ads.
Without commercials. That movie ended up it was like 4 and change.
Yeah. No.
I said, I will. No. I'm good. I have the Blu-ray that I can just pop in if I want to do that.
If I want to see it.
2, I have Disney Plus.
Yep. There you
go.
So
I can go there and watch it if I want to. 3, I actually have the film. It's in my personal collection. So I can go there to watch it before going and watch it. Please.
No
way. No way.
No. Not doing it. So, that was a bust.
Yeah. But crazy enough, right? We've kind of gone off on a tangent.
Yeah.
Not bad, though.
We need to be.
There was actually something I did want to talk about.
Go ahead.
It's a topic that my dad brought up one day. We were just talking about things in the car. And we were just talking about movies and how much they make. And if those movies are now successful based on how much they make. And he was like, that's true to an extent, but what should also be looked at is ticket sales, how many tickets are sold, because if you talk about a movie in the 70s, it didn't cost nearly as much as it did now. And that movie, for example, let's just take E.T. E.T. it made what it made, right? But the tickets sold might have been more than what tickets are set, how many tickets were sold for, let's just say, for example's sake, no, not for example's sake, I will not use that movie. Let's just say John Wick.
Okay.
So that we're just safe. Nobody thinks I'm coming at anything because I had a different movie in mind, but I don't want anybody to think that I'm coming for that movie any more than I already have. So, John Wick versus E.T., right? Whereas John Wick might have made more in the box office.
Okay.
Than E.T.
Yeah.
E.T. might have sold more movie tickets than John Wick. But because movie tickets were $3 when E.T. came out, and when John Wick came out, movie tickets were $17.
Yeah. It only makes sense.
It's only, of course, John Wick is going to make more when the movies cost more. Than they did.
Yeah.
So should how much a movie makes be the only determining factor
to the movie
at the success of a film?
No.
You're right. Unfortunately, it is though.
Oh no, yeah, because at the end of the day, I even had it in my notes because when I read the question, because you sent it to you had sent it out. When I read the question, I'm sitting there thinking about it, and I was like, I did some research as to how movies are deemed successful.
Okay.
And at the end of the day, I put in my notes, what was the old saying? Money talks, BS walks.
It walks.
It's like the overall industry, they're not concerned about anything other than how many dollars did you generate, and even with that, from the research I did, you have to do, in order for the movie to be considered successful, the movie has to do twice the budget.
Yes,
has to do twice the budget. So in other words, you got to make so if the budget is $1 million. If the budget for the movie was $1 million, in order for the movie to be deemed financially successful, it's got to generate at least $2 million. At least $2 million.
At least $2 million
to be financially successful. So in other words, they make their money back, and then money money back from their investment, and then anything else after that is
extra,
is gravy.
And I don't think that should be, because one, movies, if you don't have like if you don't have the press behind you, right? Because the movie, let's say we take the same $1 million, the movie costs $1 million, right?
Yep.
But you have to pay the actors, you have to pay staff, you have to pay to film on location, right? You might only have, let's say, like $200,000 left over to promote this film.
Yep.
But it could be so that it doesn't get the big press, like it doesn't get the promotion that you think it should get. So it doesn't get the butts in the seats that you think it should get. So of course it doesn't make the money, but it actually is. It's a good movie. It's a good film. Like, it's, you've made something quality. For example, I have been seeing a lot on Twitter lately a resurgence in the most recent Power Rangers movie that came out
on Netflix.
No, the one that, like, it actually came out in theaters the last time they redid the Power Rangers.
Okay.
The one that almost called her Kimberly Elise, not Kimberly Elise. Elizabeth Banks.
Okay, she was in it.
She was in it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
That film. A lot of people have been saying that, like, though, because that movie didn't do well at the box office.
No.
It didn't get a sequel.
No.
And Bryan Cranston was in it. It's not getting a sequel because, again, it didn't do well in the box office. Critics called it like the worst thing of all time. But the fans are like, bro, if you actually sit down and watch that movie, it's a lot better than people are saying.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's been like one of the big one of the big resurgences and like films. And it's like, fam, this movie deserves a second chance. And there are a lot of films like that.
There are a lot of movies out there like that were dismissed because they were not, quote unquote, successful financially, and have found a resurgence either because of streaming release or whatever. But then now that people are seeing it, they're like, wait a minute. Movie again we talked about this too, because again you're talking about the had the money the budget to advertise the movie, and then but then when COVID was rampant, that wiped all of that out.
All of it.
That wiped all of it. So nobody could do any press releases, and a lot of good movies got kind of like got lost in the shuffle because of the fact they could not do the advertising needed to get, like you said, butts in the seats. Case in point, the Blue Beetle. Blue Beetle was not a bad movie.
Not at all.
It was not a bad movie.
It was a really good movie.
But because of the fact that they could not, or they did not have that in the budget to do the advertising.
Well, that kind of got affected by the writer's strike.
Yeah, and that's right.
Blue Beetle was affected by the writer's strike.
That's right. They were affected by the writer's strike.
Yeah.
But
for example, like Black Widow.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of those movies that was affected, right, due to COVID.
Mm-hmm.
Because people couldn't go to the movies.
Yeah.
So because people couldn't go to the movies, the movie didn't do a certain amount of numbers.
Because they had to keep delaying the release date.
Yeah, well, they released it on streaming.
Yeah.
But you had to pay for it.
You had to pay for it, yes.
You had to pay $20.
Yes.
So, because, but again, this was part of ScarJo's beef, which is why she sued Marvel and Disney, because she didn't reach the number that she was supposed to reach because they didn't include the purchases on Disney Plus in the budget for her hitting her mark in the movie.
Wow.
They only included movie ticket sales.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
which sucked because nobody was going to the movies.
Right. So of course she didn't hit her. Of course you're not going to hit your mark.
No.
When this movie came out, movie theaters were opening.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
But people were still not comfortable enough to go to the movies and actually watch films.
That and interestingly enough, that didn't happen where people were really just were now really comfortable enough to go back to the theaters and see movies. That's just recently
happening. Yeah.
That's just recently happening. That's not, so it took a minute. It took a while.
It did.
It took a while.
Then it's like, okay, so now that we have the butts in the seats, right? And I tried to look up how many tickets were sold for other movies, but I couldn't really find it always, every time I looked at how many tickets were sold, it always took me to how much money the film made.
See, exactly, because they equate the one
to the other
with the other. But you really can't do that. Because again, you really, it's kind of, you can do it, but it's a little difficult because there's a gray area because some movies you might pay, some movies you go to the movie theater to see it $17, $20, depending on what kind of theater you go to. Some theaters may have a matinee.
Right.
So again, you're not paying $20. You're not paying.
And again, like I said, it's a lot easier for John Wick to make $500 million than it was for E.T. to make $500 million.
Yeah.
Because when E.T. came out, movie tickets was like $5. John Wick came out, movie tickets were $17.
Yeah.
If your movie tickets cost $5 over $17, now don't get me wrong, I understand inflation plays a part in this, and the dollar amount isn't what it was. Right? I understand all of that completely. I get that. But we should take that into effect. That should all be considered now when we're talking about a successful film.
Yeah.
Then if we're looking at just finances.
Exactly, because again, going to your point that here's the thing. A ticket for John Wick costs twice the amount of a ticket for E.T. Now, here's the thing. Like we just said, of course, John Wick is going to be more financially more successful.
Right.
If it sells big ticket numbers, it's going to be more successful by virtue of the fact that the tickets cost more. And again, you get that, but there's got to be some other determining factor on what makes a film successful.
Yeah.
There's got to be. I looked at some stuff. Two other factors they claim that they factor in is the fact that the critic if the movie is critically acclaimed, then they consider that it gets a big boost from the critics.
Okay.
That also makes the movie successful, and also if it connects with an audience. If it connects with the audience, they also factored that in. But at the end of the day, like I said, money talks, BS walks.
Right, because again, they don't consider, I'm going back to my point, Power Rangers.
Yeah.
The most recent Power Rangers film is not considered a success.
No. Because it did not generate.
But it did not generate the budget. It's not critically acclaimed. But when it didn't instantly find an audience, but it has one now.
Yeah. Yep. There's again, like I said,
like certain things you just gotta give. You gotta give it time.
You gotta
like
give it time.
You gotta give it time. You gotta give it time.
You gotta
like,
give it time.
For example, It's a Wonderful Life. Was not a critical success when it first came out.
Wasn't a critical success. Wasn't a financial success. It's rated. It became a classic.
It became a classic.
Stood the test of time and became a classic. But nonetheless, it was not one of his best performances. And he was a great actor.
Yes,
he was a great actor. But that's not like one of his best
it bombed at the box office. Yeah. Like what are we talking? Like, but what every Christmas now.
It has found
this movie shoots up.
Yeah.
Like the numbers for this film shoot up every Christmas. Why? Because you cannot, you can't go a Christmas season without watching one of the quintessential Christmas films, and It's a Wonderful Life.
It's a Wonderful Life. Yeah.
Like you just got to give some things time. The movie is successful now. Give it time, bro. I think it's really currently we're too quick to judge what a success is as a film and what a failure is as a film.
Yeah. Again, because of the fact that at the end of the day, it's financially motivated. It's all financially driven, and that is what everybody concentrates on. This movie grossed that you never hear the top 10 the top 10 seat fillers or the top 10 ticket sales movies that said big ticket sales is always the top 10 grossing films of all time. Yeah. It's always that. There's never anything else. There's never the most critically acclaimed movies of all time. Never are the movies that reach the audience most.
Right.
It's never.
It's never that.
It's never that. It's always about the money.
The money.
And it, to some degree, that makes sense. But then to another degree, it's like there's so many other factors that go into a movie. Exactly. Of course, you always hope you do all this work, and you always hope that your film, your art is going to resonate with an audience, which is going to sell tickets, which is going to make the movie financially successful, and it's going to be successful all around. Yeah, that's always the end all be all. That's the goal. Everybody wants their movie to be financially successful, but again, that cannot be the only motivation, because if that's the case, then the only reason people make movies is to make money.
Yeah.
Is to make money.
And for some, that is how they do it. But there are those who only go in this for the money.
Lenny Kravitz said something interesting, and like I said, his was the only portion of the People's Choice Awards that I liked. He got the award for Icon of the Year, Musical Icon of the Year, and he said something interesting. He said, when I first started this business, started in the industry, he said people were dangling money in front of me left and right. He said I could have made a whole lot of money, but they wanted me to change who I was, to become an industry person, and to be who they wanted me to be. And he said, I didn't want to do that. He said I had to stay true to what my art was.
Right.
And he said, am I? He said, did I make? He said, I'm okay. He said, but did I make the kind of money that other artists made? No. He said, but at the end of the day, and I'm paraphrasing. He said, but at the end of the day, I'm happy with who I am, and I'm happy with the art that I have produced.
At the end of the day, you got to be able to live with yourself and look yourself in the mirror.
Exactly.
And if you can't do that with what you've created, then it's time to do some soul searching and figure out what's it worth.
Or put it this way, you got to figure out what you're going into the industry for. What you got to, and I say this even to people that I know who are aspiring to go into the industry and what have you. I said, figure out what you want.
Figure out what you want.
Figure out what you want. I said, because you might get in there, you can have opportunity to make a whole lot of money. I said, but at what cost?
Yeah.
At what cost?
At what cost? You just got to figure out what's it worth to you.
Yeah, yeah. Are you doing this for the art, or are you doing this for the money? If you're doing it for the money, then
kudos.
Get that.
And again,
get yours.
There is nothing wrong
with that.
We're doing it for the money as long as we honest about it.
Yes.
Like, don't go into this saying, I'm trying to create something real and something special. And the real thing you trying to create is funds generating in your bank account. Be honest about, bro, I just want some fun. I want some money.
I'm doing this for the money. I'm doing it for the fame. I'm doing it for all the fringe benefits that come along with that. That's why I'm doing it. I'm not doing, again, if you're doing it but if you're doing it for the art, then you got to be able to stand true to your art.
Yeah, stand strong in that.
Yeah, because again, you may not be considered, and because of the fact you may not be considered financially successful, because you're not financially successful, they may always want to say that you're not successful.
Right.
And you got to be willing to
stand on that. Know that what you made was good.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. Yep.
Listen, I stand on this.
Yep. There you go.
What we make is good.
What we do is good.
What we do is good.
What we do is good. And the good thing about it is that we enjoy it.
I enjoy it.
We enjoy it.
I enjoy it.
It's work, but we enjoy it. We enjoy coming on talking about what we love. What we love is movies. We love movies. We love television. We love that stuff. We love it. Yeah, we just absolutely. Come on here and talk. That's why we don't come on here and trash people. We come on here. We say what we like and what we don't like, and
we trash a little bit.
Yeah, but even the stuff. Even the stuff that we don't like, we don't really just go in on them. But
no, we give valid reasons as to why we don't like it. It's not like, what, I just hate you. This movie's trash. You should go watch it. I'm gonna let you know. I'm gonna break it down for you, point by point. Yeah. This is why I don't like this movie. This is because of this, and this.
This is why I didn't like it.
Right, and again, it's all subjective.
Exactly.
It's all subjective.
It's all subjective.
At the end of the day.
Yep.
This whole thing is subjective, because just because you like it doesn't mean I have to like it, and vice versa.
Yes. At the end of the day, we're not critics. We're not quote unquote movie critics.
I am.
I'm not. At the end of the day, I'll give a critique. I'll tell you what I like about something, what I don't like about something. And to some people that might be criticism, but no, I'm not really criticizing it. But if you ask me why I like a movie, I'm going to tell you. I'm going to give you.
No, we are. Here's why, right?
Okay.
Because the things you love most, you can critique it because you want them to be better.
Yes.
And given the fact that we love television and movies, we critique them because we want them
all right.
to be better.
Okay. All right. I'll give you that. Yeah. Okay.
Just like I look back, bro, and like you said, I love this. I sit back and I watch these episodes, and I'm like, fam, okay, this is where I can improve. This is what I could do better. This is where we as a group could do better. This is what needs to change. This is what
And interestingly enough, just like we critique ourselves.
Yes,
we critique ourselves, and also you, the viewers, you watch us, and so you critique us also. You're watching. You may not think of yourself as critics and stuff. Yeah. Yes. So now you're kind of like revamping my thought on it.
We are. Like it's human nature to criticize
or to critique
to critique.
Yeah, let's say critique.
It's human nature, bro. It's what we do as just a species. We look at something and we say it is just something in us that we have to let you know how we feel all the time.
Yeah.
About everything.
Whether you ask or not.
Whether you ask for it or not. Because no one asked us to sit down and do this, but here we are. Here we are. To give you all of our thoughts and opinions about this thing that we love, movies and television.
Exactly.
And I'm gonna keep doing it.
Yeah, I enjoy it. I will keep doing it.
I'm gonna keep doing it because after the SAG Awards, I'm gonna come in here and tell you what I thought about them.
Yeah.
When the Oscars happen, I'm gonna come in here and tell you what I thought about them.
Definitely.
That is coming around
the corner.
The corner.
Yeah.
and I still have a good chunk of the Best Picture films that I need to watch. I gotta finish. I did start watching Past Lives. I think that's one of the movies nominated for Best Picture.
Excuse me. Who's in that? Is that foreign? Is that the foreign? One of the foreign?
I mean, it's foreign in the sense that some of it takes place not in the United States.
Where is it streamed?
Peacock.
Peacock?
Okay.
I'll have to go and watch that now.
Yeah, it's on Peacock.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll have to go and watch that before the Oscars and rewatch Oppenheimer.
Yes, that is also streaming.
Yeah, I'll have to rewatch Oppenheimer.
The Color Purple is on Max as well.
Okay. Yeah, I'm glad you mentioned. Yeah, I watched that over the weekend. I enjoyed it. I thought it was good. I thought it was a great movie.
I said, oh, Greg, you're not about to come sit on this platform and Black History Month and tell me that you did not like this film.
And I think if they should give an award for anybody in The Color Purple, they should give the award for the most unrecognizable actor in the movie. I had to watch. I didn't know he was he was even in the movie until at the end credits because I didn't recognize him. Dion Cole.
Yeah,
I didn't even know that was him.
Yeah,
he was totally not Dion.
Not at all.
Totally. And when I say unrecognizable, I mean like totally to the point where he was so immersed in the character that you just did not even realize that that's who you were looking at.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow, okay, he got that off because I didn't even know that was him.
I did only like he
looked like himself.
He has to me one of those indistinguishable voices.
I did not catch
so
that
it's like,
at all.
It was like no matter how much he tries to disguise his voice to me, I'm going to always hear and know that's Dion Cole. Like I'm just going to always know that's him.
Did not know it was him until like the end credits, and then I remembered he was in the movie, but I didn't know who he was playing, and I just thought maybe I missed him. And then at the end credits, when they said when I was reading the credits of who played who, and I said that was Dion Cole. I was like, wow. I was like, okay, he kind of like did that. Yeah. He was.
Listen, you know, again, the movie should have done better. It didn't do well in the box office at all.
Nope, did not. Didn't do well at the box office. Wasn't a really financial success, but it was a critical success. Critically, okay, it was a critical success. And see again, but here's the thing: when it comes down to the top 10 movies of all time, they never look at what's the top 10 critically acclaimed movies of all time.
And if we're being honest about it, right? I think part of this movie's struggle was the comparison to
the original.
The original.
Yeah, exactly. Which to me, after watching it, the only difference was the fact that they added music. It was still the same story. Basically, it was still the same story. The only difference was the music.
I mean, there was a bit more.
You thought so?
Yeah, Uncle Greg. The original movie ended with her driving off in the car.
No, it didn't end.
Yes, it did.
No. The original movie ends the same way this one ends, when her children, her sister and her children come.
You're right, but that big section in the middle wasn't there.
Which big section?
After she drove off in the car. That
right.
whole big section where she moved.
Yeah. But you know what?
It did end with her finding her trip.
Yeah.
Mama, I'm born that mom. Tyler Perry made his money off that movie, man.
Oh yeah,
Everybody made his money off that movie.
Yeah.
He's got a movie coming out this week too.
Really? On Netflix?
On Netflix.
What's the name of it? Is it Medea?
Mea Culpa? No.
Oh, Mea Culpa.
Yeah, Mea Culpa.
That comes out this week?
Yeah.
Okay.
That comes out this week. I was actually just watching because Kelly Rowland was on Sherry Show.
She's in it.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
She stars in it.
Okay.
So, yeah, I'm going to give it a chance.
I'll give it a chance.
You
know, we always complain about Tyler Perry movies and how he just does the Medea thing, But he makes other movies. You got to get, so it's like, there are other movies.
I don't go play.
Huh?
I don't go play.
Oh, well, we don't.
He can Medea me for the rest of his life.
Oh, yes, that's what I said. I can Medea, I can just.
I do need him to go back to, like, earlier Medea. Because the later stuff I haven't found to be as funny.
Yeah.
as the earlier stuff. But yeah, I still like it. Neighbors from Hell is still one of the best plays he ever put out.
Mm-hmm.
Like I physically bought the DVD of that
Of the play.
Because I'm like, fam, I need to watch this. Like I might go watch this once we finish here. Like that play is hilarious.
Yeah, man. That's like,
but yeah, so he is one of our higher ups.
Yeah. So again, like I said, it was like I said, I enjoyed The Color Purple. I did enjoy it, and I would recommend you to watch it because it's and just it's a musical and
it's Black History Month. Go watch it.
But the interesting part about it is that even though it's quote unquote a musical, there wasn't a lot of songs in it. It was just a sprinkling. It wasn't so. It's not like West Side Story where there might have been 20 different songs. This was maybe about 5 or 6 songs through the whole movie, and so it wasn't like a constant musical or like Evita where they sang everything,
right?
Even the dialogue was sang, so it's like it wasn't like that kind of musical. So there's acting in it also, but there's just some songs. And it was a
good film. It was a good movie, man.
It's a good movie.
Go watch it.
Definitely. Yeah.
But yeah.
Did anybody get any Oscar noms on that?
No.
No? Okay.
No.
Yeah.
I think The Color Purple got snubbed at the Oscars.
Oh, okay. That's right, they did.
Yeah.
They got snubbed.
The Color Purple got snubbed at the Oscars.
Okay. Yeah.
That's disrespectful.
Very.
On this Black History Month is disrespectful.
Very.
More disrespectful than just anywhere else. It's just...
Who's hosting the Oscars?
Kimmel.
Oh, okay.
Jimmy Kimmel.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, you know what's funny? That was reversed the last pod.
What?
The last pod I asked who was hosting and you told me who was hosting.
I did?
Yeah.
You know what? You gotta have all this stuff running around my head, and it's like I get after a while it all starts to get jumbled up and mixed up. I'm like, who's hosting?
Yeah.
Okay.
Last pod.
Okay.
Yeah.
I asked.
You
asked, and I told you.
You told me. And now this one. Listen.
Hey.
We are 2 halves of a whole brain.
Yeah.
It's difficult to say that without being condescending.
What?
Because when I initially say that, I say that a lot about like dumb couples.
Mm-hmm.
I generally say, like, if I see a dumb couple, they 2 halves of a whole dummy.
Brain?
No, of a whole dummy. They 2 halves of a whole dummy. Yeah.
Oh goodness.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well.
So, but yeah, this was fun.
This was good. This was fun.
Good.
We enjoyed it.
The award season
coming down the
home stretch.
It's almost done.
Now. My disdain, right, is not so much with awards being given out. It is with the shows themselves.
Okay.
Like if the Oscars happened and like all of the things like if they came to like a nice ceremony like it was before and like those came out and then I had to read it in a news article unless I was there, I wouldn't be so mad at I wouldn't be so mad.
You'd be okay with that.
I'd be okay with that.
Okay.
But because these are actual shows that actually come on television, I have...
And that compete for ratings.
Yes.
So for next year's Emmys.
Right.
Isn't that crazy? The award shows compete to get Emmy nominations. Is that crazy?
I'm like, bro, you're an award show competing for an award.
An award. best picture, blah blah blah, best and best picture,
been a lot
best actor, best actress, and it was a heck of a lot shorter.
It was a heck of a lot shorter. Look at how far we have come. I might get dressed up for that post Oscars pod.
Yeah, we should do that. Yeah,
we should do that. We should get dressed up for the post Oscars pod. Yeah. Oh, that's fun. Now I'm even excited for that.
I'm
excited for that. Yeah.
So come and join us.
Come join us.
Come join us for that.
As we go over the Academy Awards. That one might be a long one because we'll talk later. Yeah. Come join us.
Yeah.
Come join us.
Yeah.
For that one. It's gonna be good.
Yeah.
It's gonna be good.
Yeah. We can call it the Oscars and the Oscars and what's it after you've it's like post award malaise.
Yes.
If you're finished when you're finished with all the awards, you're just sitting there like
yeah.
No more until next year.
And I mean, technically, no.
What? There's something else coming up?
Yeah, because we as Black people, the NAACP Image Awards are coming up.
That's right.
And we should promote that more.
We don't. We
don't promote it enough.
We don't.
As as a culture, as a people.
Yeah, we don't.
That should be.
We don't.
Because it's for us.
It's for us.
It's by us for us.
Yes.
Boo-foo.
Yes. Good idea.
So
we'll keep up with that this year.
Yeah. We should definitely keep up with that this year, and we should pay more attention to the Black award shows and give those the same energy and respect that we do the others.
Exactly.
So we're gonna do that.
Yes.
Yeah, but this was fun.
This was fun.
And until the next one.
Until the next time.
We out.
Peace.